Things take a dire turn in Syria as Israel launches airstrikes. But don't worry, Foodie Beauty has a mental health and weight loss update. Hey y'all, I'm back, because just like this ill-fitting shirt dress, I may be tacky and a little strained, but I'm still hanging on out of spite. Foodie Beauty posted this wellness update as, in her words, serious events unfolded in Damascus. This video, another tone-deaf entry in the Syria arc, was pre-recorded, of course, but Chantal did promise to go live and show us how detached from reality she is. I mean, reassure her beezers later. That live has yet to take place as of this recording, but no doubt the internet is even less reliable than normal in Syria today. Within her first few days of arrival in Syria, Foodie Beauty insisted it's not as bad as Western media portrays, and also bragged that the conditions would mean a new healthy and active lifestyle. However, in a shocking turn of events that anyone but Chantal could have predicted, turns out she may be stuck in her new lifestyle whether she likes it or not as the situation in Damascus worsens. Recent events in Syria do not bode well for open borders or easy air travel, and like a crustacean in a giant lobster trap for lolcows, just because she got in doesn't mean she can get out. Much like entry, she only exits now with the help of Salah or someone else willing.
If I squint a lot, it's because the fan is like blowing on me, but that is very necessary. So anyways,
Sure.
Today's video, I'm just going to talk a bit about my health and give you a few updates. So yeah.
All that makeup, all these filters, and she still looks like she aged a year since she got there a week ago.
My weight. Now, I don't have a scale here yet, but my husband Salah did say that he was gonna pick one up at some point for me, so
I'm sure that's a priority, right?
that will be coming. I'd like to keep track. I guess the stress on my body recently with traveling and just adjusting to a new lifestyle. That's not
New lifestyle, yeah. That's what we call it when we go to a war-torn country as a disaster tourist and we can't eat fast food anymore because it doesn't exist, except actually it does. New lifestyle. I mean, you've downed 2 platters of KFG food, but, you know, new lifestyle. Okay.
the same at all, really. I'm used to a more sedentary lifestyle and I'm used to eating a lot more. So just based on those factors alone, and oh yeah, and perspiring quite a bit every day. I always use this shirt that I got in Thailand.
Oh yeah, the famous Thailand shirt dress that never fits no matter what alleged changes happen. But at least she stands out like even more of a busted toe in it. Okay.
Kind of as like an indication of if I've lost a bit of weight or not.
Scale, no scale, rule number 1, whatever. I mean, yeah, she probably has lost a pound or 2 of water weight just sitting in that no AC the way we've seen sweat pouring off of her. Okay, great. Congratulations. You went to a war-torn, food-insecure country with power outage problems and managed to drop a couple pounds. Okay. Wow. I mean, good job. Look what it took.
Being less bloated, this shirt is fitting a lot better. And for that reason, I would say that I did lose a little bit. Also, emphasize very greatly that I did not come to Syria just to lose weight. But if I do have
Chantal, look, we know you didn't go there just for your health. You mainly went to stalk your fake rental husband, and the healthy new active lifestyle is just a happy side effect. It's okay.
adapt a healthier lifestyle and do lose weight, that is amazing. And if I'm able to eat more modestly and just move more and enjoy this country, I'll be able to maneuver it better as well. So that will be good. That'll be a lot of better content for you guys too. So it's a win-win all around, right? It's a win-win all around, right?
The stressful and sparse living conditions as a result of instability are really just, they're amazing for her health. Pre-recorded and scheduled to go out or not, she really could have just chosen to not go ahead and post this, all things considered, but you know, she did.
So for that reason, I would say that I probably have lost a little bit in regards to, so if you know what I'm talking about, it's food related issue. I haven't been succumbing to that.
You can't! How would you even if you wanted to? There's no way for you to succumb. This has the same self-righteous energy as an addict telling you they managed to stay sober while they were in jail.
So I haven't been, overeating pretty much at all.
Well, except for the KFG platter, but that doesn't count because we're still going with the narrative, I guess, that Sala ate most of that. Oh, and also it's somehow not fast food or healthier than fast food, even though it was a platter of deep fat fried, because it's a local independent restaurant and not a big Western chain.
The majority of my diet is, how do I say, like real food, like more natural. Though I do still eat some junk. Like sometimes I'll have a package of Indomie. But the difference is when I have Indomie now,
or 2 platters of KFG,
I just have the Indomie noodles 1 pack with like a broth, instead of having 3 packs that I would have, in Canada or Kuwait, with cream and butter and cheese on it. So just little things like that, I guess, really end up making a bigger difference. I drink mostly water. I do allow.
They're going through power outages. There was a whole fridge situation. There's no way they're keeping cream and butter and cheese. You can only keep things that aren't going to perish when there's a power outage. You can get a cold drink maybe once a day or so when you've got some power, but you're not putting a pint of cream in there.
A really cold treat drink a day, like a slush. They're very popular here. Or like a cola or something like that. So that's what I do.
That's what you do because that's all you can do. If you could do more, you would do more.
Just kind of try to really just listen to my body. Like, if I'm not...
You're not listening to your body. That's what you have available, period.
Not hungry, I'm not going to stuff my face, obviously. And that's,
what are you going to do? Go out and get stuff on your own? No. You get what Sala brings you or what you're able to get with him right there. If he puts a stop to it, you don't get it. That's why you're like this right now. If you could go to the store on your own, it wouldn't be like this. If you could get the fast food on your own, it wouldn't be like this. But whatever, we can go with this new healthy lifestyle narrative, I guess.
It is hard. Sometimes there have been like maybe once or twice only since I've been here that I've had time where I'm just kind of get that habitual urge or that urge sometimes when, I want to eat more, but I just like, no.
Because there's nothing you can do about it. We've never seen you deny an urge unless there was some external force involved. You don't give in to the urges because you can't. How would you give in to them? There's nothing you can do about it. You can't get blood from a stone and you can't get snacks when the fridge is empty and you can't leave the house on your own.
I can't. I just psychologically kind of just try to deal with it. It is hard.
You have to, because you have to. You psychologically deal with it because you have to. I mean, are you dealing with it? I don't know. You don't have a choice. Who knows what your internal monologue is? I have a pretty good idea, but whatever. It's bad enough that she talks about being there like it's some kind of wellness plan with all these great side effects. But then to sit here and act like she's actually doing some kind of psychological work when really she's just put herself in a situation where she absolutely cannot get the things that she craves. Okay. You could have done that in a lot safer way if you'd just gone with inpatient treatment, but whatever.
Hard still, but it's less hard here.
I guess this is cheaper.
Because
you have no access at all to anything.
A lot of my comfort foods and stuff like that, they're not available. And they're not easily available, and there's just not really drive-throughs and things like that you can just go to. And they still have some junk, but it's just not the same as, when I was living in Canada or Kuwait. Kuwait has a lot of Western, fast food places and stuff like that. And so, I'm not in my comfort zone. I'm out of my element, and I'm forced. I'm out of my element, and I'm forced to just do more activity. Life is just generally different here, and it's a lot. It's harder in a lot of ways, and so
is it? I wonder why. Why is that? Are the things that make it hard also really good reasons for you to have never gone there and to leave now if you can? Are they? I don't know. Whatever. Carry on.
If you really want to, I guess, entertain yourself, with limited electricity and limited internet and stuff like that, the best thing to do is go out and enjoy life. Go to a park with people and go visit.
Is that what you do? Is that what you've been doing there? Going out and enjoying life with people? You and Sala go to KFG and then drive by some bombed out buildings. Living life. Going out. Okay. Whatever. Sure. Fine.
Visit people and just go for walks and stuff like that. So we've been doing a lot of that, and that's been, I guess, beneficial to my health in a lot of ways. My blood sugar reading, I was so surprised. Like my glucometer has different lights for, showing you if it's a good or a bad reading. Now, this is for a diabetic, okay? A normal, healthy, younger person, of course, their blood sugar will be like 5.
Food scarcity and power outages. Food scarcity and power outages, and now bombings. But her blood sugar's good.
When fasting or after eating, it might go up to 6 or something like that. Not much. So, even more, I'm not sure. I don't remember the parameters, what they are for after eating, but it's easy to look up. So my blood sugar today was a green light. So I was so happy.
Again, you went to a war-torn country where the conditions are dire enough that you have no choice but to stick to a diet. So I guess congratulations on your improved blood sugar.
Admittedly, I've been neglectful with the diabetes thing in a lot of ways, as in when I ran
in every way, all the time. Yes? Okay. Yeah, I can buy that.
Out of insulin, I didn't go back to see the doctor in Kuwait. I just had a lot going on, and I just never...
What did you have going on? Until you stole a kitten, you had 0 going on in Kuwait. A lot going on. You had a lot of Hardys going on.
Did it, and I think the lifestyle changes affected as well, of course.
I don't know how much I can take of her referring to living in a destabilized post-war nation as a lifestyle. How many shells of people's homes do you have to drive by on your way to get some fried chicken before something sinks into your jello brain?
Canada, but most recently in Kuwait, I would order I guess breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't know. It was all, I didn't have like a structured eating pattern, as you guys know. Like I would eat a lot of junk. I would eat a lot of it. I really am convinced the quantity of it that you eat makes such a difference for weight.
Really? You're convinced? No.
So I would eat tons of fast food, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. And then I would have snacks, like just chips, cheese, Indomie, like the amount that I would eat.
I hate the part of the health arc where she talks about last week like it was months ago.
Actually, like, it's just when you really like think about it, yeah, it does make you sick just thinking about it. Just a lot of dark times with food. And so, of course, the metformin wasn't enough, right? It just wasn't enough holding the blood. I mean, I just had too much blood sugar for it to, I had to be on insulin. Like I'm
so glad she said blood sugar. Y'all don't know how glad I am that she said blood sugar. If you're at all familiar, if you have ever taken metformin or know anyone who has taken metformin or just, been kind of curious because she's mentioned it and looked up the side effects of metformin, I'm just really glad she said blood sugar.
I do. And I find that now, that I'm eating maybe like even less than 1/3 of what I was eating. And
because you're eating what you can get, and you're still eating everything that you can get. We've seen it. If you could get more, you'd eat more.
And moving more, I find that makes a difference because, moving really does affect your blood sugar and in a positive way. But for me and my diabetes standards, that's really low. That's, 3.3 points away from being optimal, super normal.
Again, congratulations, I guess. Certainly don't take a step back and look at the situation you had to put yourself in order to accomplish any of this. Now, certainly don't analyze the fact that you're only seeing these health benefits because you forced yourself into a corner.
If in the future I'll keep track of my blood, and if I see there's an issue with the blood sugars again and they're going up again, I will seek out medical care for that and possibly have to go back on something. But I think that's about it for the diabetes update. Mental health, from what I read on the internet when I kind of Googled, are antidepressants available in Syria? And the general answer that came up was they're very hard to come by because...
Well, I'm glad your therapist, Dr. Google, set you straight on that.
Mental illness is seen as taboo. And that actually is true and not true.
You have no idea. Don't try to speak on this. Just stop.
We actually did find a pharmacy that has my brain pills. So the exact brand and everything. So I was just so happy that we found a pharmacy that has them. And
remember back in the beginning when she said she had plenty of medicine for her stay? Oops.
They were a fraction of the price of what they were. And first of all, they were most expensive in Canada. For name brand antidepressant, it was like, I think $95. In Kuwait, for the same name brand antidepressant, it was, I think it was like 7 KD or 8 KD. I don't remember what that is. Times that by 4. It was about $30 or so. And then here it's 2 KD. So that's like, $8.
Her blood sugar is great, and the brain pills are cheap. It's really not as bad as the Western media portrays, y'all.
It's really affordable.
They're affordable because you're a privileged Canadian who has no business there. That's why you can afford all this crap so easily. I doubt that the regular people walking down the street in Syria are raving about how affordable everything is.
So that's that. I tried coming off of them again, and
why would you do that?
A lot of people, I know I shouldn't, just never do that. Never just come off of antidepressants without medical supervision.
I don't know what I would expect. She does whatever she wants with all of her other medications without medical supervision. Why should the antidepressant be any damn different? Carry on.
I thought I was in a place where I wouldn't have access, and it might not be possible to always, to travel to a place nearby where they have some. Who knows what the circumstances. What if it happens sometime where you don't have access to them?
But remember that first live where she did her research and took plenty meds? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Trying to prepare for that, and I thought, you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy right now. Maybe I can do it. But that has nothing to do with being happy or not. It's actual a function in your brain that it regulates. So, feeling okay.
Well, I'm glad she's doing better. I'm glad she's feeling okay in Syria. Those were just the updates from Syria we were all on the edge of our seat for. It's having such positive effects on her health. How could it be as bad as the Western media says? For now, Tweedledum and Tweedlesuspect are stuck with each other and their lot. Having shat their proverbial bed together, they now have to lie in it. In Syria, of all places, the country Salah's family fled. Only this pair could make a money-grifting green card romance scam work so fantastically backwards. That's all I've got for now. Like and subscribe if your sympathy bone for Foodie Beauty is as unoperational as a Canadian embassy in Syria, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
You watched it, didn't you?